Okay, we have the prosperity set here, and I've cooled down. Just relax, take the game in stride. It's just a game, right? So looking at the board, um, yeah, there's mountebank on it. There's also loan, which can get rid of the coppers that you start with, and that mountebank will give you. So I had this dream to open with a loan and a monument and try to get thin. But yeah, I see my opponent open with mountebanks, and that's always scary. Opening 5-2 mountebank. So I'm not really sure how to proceed from here. I obviously do want to pick up a mountebank of my own, but how to go about it, right? I'm still trying to think about what to do here, and I decided to pursue my dream of being thin. The curses will run, then cities will become good. So then, if I could get a lot of cities, I'll have a lot of draw. Maybe add a vault, a rabble or two, and we should be good to go, right? The loan should clean up everything. And I was hoping with my soul monument to get to 5 reasonably often, which that doesn't happen, especially when you're getting blasted with cursed copper frequently. So another 5, well 6 for my opponent, but is a very clear second mountebank. And now what I expect him to start doing is just buying cities. Doesn't even have to worry about this monument junk that I'm doing. Just buy cities. If you have a $4 hand, buy a monument. The loan for him makes absolutely um well, it makes a lot more sense than for me, right? Because I have to pick up silver, an additional silver, because I didn't get to mountebank yet. Yeah, I didn't get to mountebank yet. I had double 4 on this shuffle, so I'm forced to go for some silvers here, and that obviously doesn't agree with the loan. But oh well, maybe they can be friends. I don't know. So this is a nothing hand. Here too is obviously nothing. So the lone here actually comes with a silver, so it won't crash into that one. Yeah, why it makes more sense for him is because he doesn't need the silver, right? He has the 2 mountebank in his deck, and he can yeah, use those as the silver replacements instead. So luckily this loan finds a copper and a silver, and I have 5. So this is going to be my first mountebank. Here, Um, yeah, it has to be the mountebank, right? You can't not buy a mountebank and just hope to block every time with curse. That just isn't at all feasible. So I'm gonna pick up a mountebank. I probably should get a second one as well and then start to go for these cities myself. 4 for my opponent. You see, 4 is a very uncomfortable point in both of our decks because of the loan, right? You don't want the silver. And actually, instead, my opponent picks up another loan. I didn't consider that instead of a silver. I actually just bought 2 silvers. But yeah, he actually goes for another loan. And it works out for him, actually. It works out quite well. You'll see near the end he's able to trash nearly all of the coppers in his deck, which is very, very good. He actually now caves and buys us silver. Here I have 4, but I don't want anything, right? I don't want another silver. I don't want the talisman. I don't want the monument. Um, I have 3 terminals in my deck as is. I really need more cities, and not just for terminal alleviation, but just to get the draw going, right? These curses will run eventually, and whoever has more cities will probably win the game. So he has a couple. I think this is my first or my second. I'm not sure. I think this is my second. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But and I am gonna get to another one here, which is excellent. So my opponent is just like he's doing the same thing, right? Just picking up the cities as well, and that's really what you have to do until the curses run. Just get the cities, and eventually you'll get to platinum and then colonies, etc., etc. Right? The strategy here isn't very exciting. You could consider something like venture to find your treasures, maybe. Maybe you want a bank. I don't know. But the cities are the key card, right? Once you have cities, then you can start putting rabbles in your deck to get a bit more draw out of it. and so on and so forth. So another city for my opponent. I miss out on a city here and just going to pass, right? I don't want anything on these hands. I can't support the monuments. Maybe I should have been buying them still. I don't know. But these things happened, collision, and yeah, if monument was a silver, I would have had a city here, right? So, oh well. So I believe this is the second silver for my opponent, but they are in good shape with these cities. Like they can even trash some of their silvers to the loan, I believe, just because of how many cities they have already. So yeah, you see the loan is on the skip by some stuff. He's getting thinner and thinner, picking up another city there. With regards to the curse split, I've actually been doing quite well because I've blocked quite a few and I've managed to like land nearly all of my mountebanks so far. And they haven't collided. They've collided with what is this thing called? The monument, like here, but they haven't collided with each other. So I've been able to play them. And here I can even block 2 if my opponent has it. He shows the city, but not a second mountebank. Just another city here. And 8 just by city, right? You just buy city. No need to go for gold or anything. Just buy city. And my opponent is going to block. And here, this is where I start to give up on my pipe dream of building an engine. I'm losing the city split rapidly here. I really should start picking up silvers and vaults and look to go for a more money strategy. So I'm going to first try to get as many cities as possible. Of course, the more I give my opponent, the easier time he has. So I'm going to pick up the penultimate one here. I believe that's the penultimate one, and my opponent is going to get the 5 to pick up the last one. So I am granted first use of the improved cities, but I only have 3 or 4 of them in my deck. 4, if I'm lucky, I have 4, I think. If I'm lucky, I have 4. Look at that big discard from that loan there for my opponent. So, yeah, I do have the improved cities, so I draw a couple extra cards and it gets me up to 6. Could be gold, but I think the vault is just far more valuable than the gold, especially at this point in the deck. And yeah, I give up on the dream, right? No engine for me, have to play money. So the mountebanks collide here, which is unfortunate, but whatever. My opponent goes for a rabble, so not fun times for me ahead here, right? I'm probably going to get locked down with rabble. And it also provides draw. My opponent is just in a commanding position. I really don't know why I didn't resign until this point. Because I was entertaining some thoughts of the vault, right? Like I had the vault before my opponent. Maybe with money I could, with money and some bad shuffles from him, I could still stick around and be there or thereabouts. And I have some cities, right? So if I get some cities and then the vault, I could get a colony, maybe province. I don't know. Maybe do something, right? So now I'm regretting this loan very, very much. Very, very much. Because now it starts to find silver and discard them, and silver is an excellent card for, well, not excellent, but it's a good card for me at this point. Yeah, so there's not much to say here. Really just one-way traffic. I do find my vault here, so that's good news for me. Discard a bunch of things for money. I didn't like the vault because it will allow my opponent to, discard a couple cards, and that could help him stabilize his engine or like get a good four card hand. Maybe it'd have drawn him into a city when he didn't have one previously, and then he would kick off from there, etc., etc. So that's why I had hesitation about buying the vault, because it could give him a very good turn. Or well, yeah, it could get him out of a bad situation is why. My opponent actually manages to give me the last curse, so he gets the plus buy out of one of his cities. So that's real good, and the money. So no cities are tremendous. He goes for a bank and another rabble here. So I'm all but dead and buried. I go for the venture, trying to counter the rabble. But I don't know, maybe that should have just been a vault regardless. Anyways, I do manage to find my vault here after a couple cities, so that's always good. I get rid of my loan. I do not want to play that guy and have it skip things, so I do manage to get up to 11 here. I could build more, but I think I have to make the game as short as possible. I mean, it's far too late for any of that, but I think that's what I have to do. I have to go for the colonies when I can. So, yeah, my opponent is going to respond right away with a colony of their own. They already have enough money on board. Plus, the bank comes out here as well. So yeah, that's an easy double colony for my opponent. Even just a monument or silver is fine for them now. But just gonna take the double colony, of course. I play the vault alone because I don't want the vault and platinum and city to miss the shuffle, and I will get to my colony. Like, I'm guaranteed to get to the colony if I just play the vault. I don't need to play the city to do so. So Rabble comes and skips one of my vaults, which ain't great, and then it skips that hand. So whatever chances that I was entertaining is now literally thrown into the discard pile, just thrown out the window. Rabble pitches what, Vault Platinum City? Jeez, man, the three best cards in my deck gone. So I resign here in short order. My opponent comes up with another double colony turn, or like colony province or something, and I just can't compete, especially after I lost all my good cards to the Rabble attack. There's nothing I could do here. So that is the prosperity set. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next game. Next game should be Intrigue, I believe. Oh, you're gonna love that Intrigue game. That Intrigue game is hilarious. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.